Hey, Janet. Appreciate it, Janet. Appreciate it, Janet. Good to see you. Janet is like always the first person, always on. Hey, Samantha. Thank you for joining us. Like always the first person, always on. Rachel is on. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Regina has joined us. Thank you. Cheryl is on. Hey, Cheryl. Crystal is on. Candy Girl is on. Hey, Candy. Vandalin Van is on. Good to see you. Lydia is on. Good to see my brother Richard Dinkins in the space. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you. E. Joyce Paris is on every single time we do this. E. Joyce Paris is in the house, so always glad to see her. Thank you for joining us. Ann is on with us. Hello, Ann. Hello, Carolyn. Sarah Stevens, Liberty County's finest, and Liberty City's finest as well. Mardell, yeah, I'm zooming a little bit on Friday Night Live. I have a guest tonight, so Lita. Hey, y'all, it was Lita's birthday this past week, so we're sending out love to Condoleezza Coleman. Good to see you as well. And Joya Ellis Dinkins, another amazing Libra, giving her some love as well. And so I'm giving love to her, and I'm giving love to Condoleezza Coleman and Billy. I will not disappoint you. Michael is saying, vote, vote, vote. Samantha is married to Joe Biden. Okay, you're deeply in love with a man. Okay. All righty, well, we're gonna leave that alone, okay? Gloria, good to see you. Molly Lieberman, thank you, Molly. Molly has made tonight's production of Pete the Cat available, so we're looking forward to that. Gloria Humans is on with us. Dana, thank you for joining us. Lakissa, hello, happy Friday to you. My brother Keith Kimball, good to see you, sir. Always glad to have you on. Carolyn Bryan is on as well. Jamal, good to see you, Jamal. Thank you for joining us. Elder Flossie is in the house. And Samantha, I've been to Texas plenty of times. Keith Kimball and Juanita Johnson, good to see you. Brittany, good to always see Brittany around as well. Good to see you, Brittany. Glad to have you on. Jamal Brown is my double brother, Alpha Phi Alpha and Delta Sigma Pi, two great organizations. Malcolm, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to be the speaker for the NAACP banquet in Fort Stewart last week. It was a long day, spoke in Dublin that morning and spoke in Hinesville that evening, but it was a great time there and I appreciated it. Camila, thank you so much. Good to see you. Is it Eula? Thank you. Good to see you as well. Samantha, if you don't stop, it's not going to be good. Lazarus, I got that. I responded. So go ahead and respond. I responded to you. And Clary, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Good to see you. Rachel's on with us as well. Helen Bright is on with us, and Billy has made some chili and it hit the spot. Andre, good to see you. I appreciate that. Libras are in the house. Dolores, thanks for joining us. Audrey Baker is on. B. Michelle is on with us. Felicia, good to see you. Margie, blessings to you as well, sweetie. I appreciate that. And see, Nicole, I'm going to keep my promise. I keep my word. And Molly helped me make it happen. I'm going to read for Barbara Dolores this evening. Keith has already voted. I have not, but I will. Good to see Pastor Thomas Hart on. His birthday is Tuesday, still in October, not a Libra. Sorry. But happy birthday to you. Joanne is on with us as well. Good to see you, Brenda. Thank you so much. Good to see Berdell Jones. Guess what? I got a chance to actually see and hugged Verdell Jones last Saturday. I was like so shocked. So good to see you as well. Helen Bright, happy birthday to you. She's celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Kayla, good to see you as well. And hey to Peyton, hope y'all are doing well. The Honorable Cynthia Lane Jenkins has joined us. She's the Mayor Pro Tem of Noonan, Georgia, in Coweta County. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Gloria is jumping ahead of me. Good to see Judy Johnson on as well. Ethel, thank you. Good evening. Beverly, good evening to you as well. Michelle, good to see you. And you said severe asthma attack. I hope you're all right. Good to see Mr. Bill, and I hope he's taking good care of you. Let's see, what else? Let's see, let me see. I'm looking to see what I got going on here. All right. Dina is on with us. Hey, good to see my friend Felicia Moore from Atlanta, Georgia. My good friend, good to see you. I'm glad that you've joined us. Hope you're doing well. I miss seeing you. Alan Wright, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Helen has voted. And Nissa, yes, I am protecting my peace. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. Munir, good to see you from Ruin Thai Cuisine. Did not eat there this week, but I will next week. Verdello is my pleasure as well. What else? Snowy is on. Hello, good to see you. Felicia, early voting for the next 2 weekends. Yes, I'll talk about that a little bit. And the birthday girl and Mr. Dinkins got their vote in today. Good to see Latasha. Thanks for joining us. Linda, always a pleasure to see you as well. Let's see. Good to see Jerry on with us. And yes, Billy, February, Journey is coming to Savannah, to the in-market arena. Journey, I mean like the Legends Journey. Good to see Cynthia on as well. And again, Barbara Dolores, I'm very happy to see you as always. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We know we got a lot of things happening in our city, but I want to go ahead and get this started. Good to see Jacqueline on as well. Carolyn voted already. And so Vandana is showing love. So again, you know how we do it. We know it's Friday. We know if it's Friday, we know what it is. We know that it is Friday Night Live. And so we know that this is week number 135. 135. Week number 135. We have been doing this, and we are still together in the biggest situationship, the biggest relationship that we have seen on the internet ever. We are so excited to be here, so excited to be with all of you in what has been a very, very busy week, but it always ends well. Good to see Lydia says she'll be 68 next month. And so we're looking forward to celebrating 68 years with Lydia Stevens. Good to see Jacqueline Grant on with us as well. And so we're excited about this meeting. 135 weeks, 946 days, 2 years, 7 months, 2 days, 31 months and 2 days, 135 weeks, every single week, every single Friday, no matter where we were, no matter what we were doing, we were together. Even last week, I'm at the debate, y'all were there. I told them they wanted to interview me for News Nation. I said, y'all can do what y'all want to do. At 9 o'clock, I got something I got to do. I got my folk I got to get with. Good to see the legend himself, Tyrone Brown, on with us. And y'all saw I did an interview while doing a national interview. I was with Friday Night Live because that's how we do. That's how we do. I don't care if the nation wants to talk to me. I want to talk to you because y'all are the ones that hold me down. Good to see you, Dr. Priscilla Williams. I appreciate you being on. So a lot to talk about tonight. And so we appreciate all of you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I appreciate you coming and just being a part of my family, coming into my home or wherever I'm at every single week for the last 135 weeks. And we're going to just keep it going as long as we possibly can. We're going to keep it going until the Lord say different. So thank you all so much. So a couple of things we want you to do. First thing we want you to do, like the page, right? Right? Like the page. Then we want you to do what? Share the page. So like the page, share the page. Like the page, share the page, because we're not selfish with our love, right? So thank you all so much. Good to see Mother Sadie Campbell on as well. She is the matriarch of Friday Night Live. And so thank you. And I'm going to talk about Washington, D.C. But we want you to share the page, and then you know what we do. We always go ahead and we show love to our girl Tara. So I'm doing that. Want you to do the same. 3 green apple hearts and then the red heart for our girl Tara. We're still sending her love. We're still sending her strength. We're still sending blessings to her. And then for product placement tonight, I got a gift on homecoming. Thank you, Miss Lydia. Hey, Tia. I got, look at this. Now, look at that, right? Nice, right? Look at this. So Ann Delaney had this made for me for my birthday gift. And so, so I guess she got tired of me out of plastic cups. So thank you, Miss Ann Delaney. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate it. Good to see Ivania on as well. Good to see Miss Julia on. I'm sending Miss Julia love still. Good to see Ethel on. Ethel, I have not seen your sister on from Washington State. So I don't know, hope she's all right. Let's see. Good evening, Lenora as well. Lori as well. Keith, yes, there will be a Veterans Day parade here in Savannah. They're coming to get their permit on Thursday. Good to see Georgia Davis on with us as well. Yeah, so it's been a very busy week. So this week I went to Washington again at a meeting at the White House to talk with other mayors and county commissioners to the White House about the American Rescue Plan Act, and talk about the ways that we're able to do monumental things with the money, the $55 million that Savannah got. It was a monster type of investment. It was historic investment, so we were able to do some historic things for that. For example, very proud that because of that, we were able to raise the minimum wage of City of Savannah employees to $15 an hour. Hey, Sean, Chris, good, Jay, Chris, good to see you. We were able to raise the minimum wage of City of Savannah employees at $15 an hour. We made $18 of investment in housing and in homelessness. And we were able to make investments in law enforcement and public safety, things that we were wanting to do, but just didn't have the cash infusion to be able to do. We appreciate the fact that we could get that money straight from DC. We don't need to have the money go through the state. We're big boys and girls. We know where the money needs to go best in Savannah. So I was excited to be there. And the fact of the matter is, when I'm there, Savannah is at the table. And so they like inviting us. And as long as they invite us, we're going to come. We want to build those strong relationships. We have 2 excellent senators right now, and Senator Warnock and Senator Ossoff. They're working hard for us. They're making sure that Savannah stays in the conversation. And so, when I get to DC, the table is often already set for us because we have representatives that take our needs up there. And so it was good to talk to the administration officials about what the needs were in Georgia in a macro way, and what was happening with Savannah in a very micro way. Tam Reeves, good to see you. So, the fact of the matter is, Savannah is a major city, and they're treating us like a major city, and it's about time. And so we are, we were there, and we were punching above our weight, and we were holding our own. And, some of these cities, much larger cities, much larger counties in Georgia, were asking us for our notes about what we were doing in Savannah with the money and the ways that we were able to leverage that money here in Savannah. So I was grateful for the opportunity. I dropped my phone. So I was excited about that. So you know, so for those, people, because, of course, some people had problems with it or whatever the case may be, look, this is the work right here. We're going to represent Savannah. We're going to be there to make sure that Savannah is on the minds of the individuals that make the funding decisions. And so that's what I want to do. Bishop Jacqueline Gilbert Grant, all rise. The bishop is in the house. Thank you, Michelle. Tam, thank you. Christiana, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good to see Mama Marsha on as well. And Helen, you are absolutely right. It's about being Savannah strong. That's where we are. And so I wanted to make sure that we talked a little bit about that. Janet, Jane Fishman passed away. I loved Jane Fishman. She was such a unique soul. And we will miss her. But she certainly lived life her way. So Jane Fishman, longtime columnist with the Savannah Morning News, but we loved Jane Fishman. Jane Fishman. So may her memory be a blessing. Angie, good to see you. Well, Tanya, good to see you as well. Hello, Jennifer. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, before I get to my guests, we've been working hard about being able to rehouse people that were under the overpass. And a lot of people had a lot of things to say about that. The reality was that people don't deserve to live like that. And so we finally now have the means to be able to help. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, we had a major fire underneath that overpass. And for those of you that remember, 5 years ago in Atlanta, a section of I-85 collapsed because of a fire underneath. And I just would not be able to live with myself if people were killed above and below because of something we could have fixed. So there were about 38 individuals living underneath that overpass. And we leveraged the Chatham-Savannah Authority for the Homeless. We leveraged the Salvation Army, the Union Mission, the Savannah City Mission, a variety of folks to be able to help us to take care of people. We want people to have dignity. And so if they want to live out, then that's obviously their choice. But the fact is, it's not going to be because we did not try. And so as a result, all of the residents under the bridge were relocated. There were 38 people that were there, and only 3 of them chose shelter. Only 3 out of 38. 4 people were taken into custody because they had felony warrants. 1 person was taken to the hospital, and what we found is, many of them are living with addiction and mental illness, and some have co-occurring challenges. And so we're continuing to offer options to individuals, offering them the help that they need. If they want to go home, we'll help them go home. And so I wanted to make sure we updated you on what's going on with that. But thank you, Ms. Julia. I appreciate that. Let's see. Jasmine, I'll talk a little bit about Lost in a minute. I'll tell you about that. Good to see Aunt Ollie on as well, and Fields Frazier from Texas. Good to see you as well. But let me get my guest on, and I wanted to talk about it. So guess what? I wanted to make sure all of you knew that I will be ripping the runway. Yes. I'm going to be ripping the runway, and I am excited to have Shamika Simmons on, and she's going to tell you about what I'm going to do, because I'm not really sure what it is I'm doing yet, but whatever it is, I was told I am ripping the runway. All right, so where are you, Shamika? You coming on? Come on. We're waiting.
Okay.
All right, where are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All is well. All is well.
All right. So I was told, I was ordered, and I don't take kind of orders, but because of who it all came from the people it came from, I am told that I am ripping the runway. What is that? And what am I doing? And I was told I'm gonna have to raise some money. So what's up?
Well, our mayor is ripping the runway for the Go Paint 365 breast cancer awareness show. And he's taking a stance against cancer. This year, we have been doing the show since 2015.
Right.
And we stopped for 2 years due to the pandemic. Since the pandemic, since that time, a lot of us have been down on healthcare. And so we're trying to come back and we're taking a stand against cancer. But this year, what we're doing, we are going to highlight breast cancer, but we're taking a stand against every cancer. And as you all know, our mayor has, currently, he's in remission from prostate cancer.
So I'm healed.
So
I'm healed.
He's healed. Let me correct myself. Thank you. He's healed. And I thought that it would be befitting for him to rip the runway, to remind people how important it is to, go and get, your prostate exams, breast cancer, mammograms, your mammograms for breast cancer, and all cancers. If you feel something, say something. If you feel like something is wrong, you know your body better than the doctor knows your body. And that's what it's all about. And the data shows that we are really down in healthcare. And now people are getting diagnosed more at 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. And that's a problem. So this year, what I did, in partnership with the Buddy Check 3, I came up with the 50 Shades of Pink. 50 Shades of Pink is men taking a stance against cancer, breast cancer, for women. And so what we have is a competition going on just to see who can, get the most money. And these men are posting pictures in pink. And what they're doing is posting their picture up on the Buddy Check site on Race Roy, which the link should be below, or he'll post the link in the in the chat in a moment. And we have him, we have Mayor Johnson, we have Chairman Chester Ellis, we also have Brad, we have JBF Savannah, and we have 3 more men that have decided, Morris Pollard, and 3 more guys in Savannah, Georgia, that have joined forces with me to take a stand against cancer. And so it's a fundraiser for women with little to no health care to be able to go and get mammograms. And so this is a worthy cause. And the fashion show, what it does is just keep women going and keep them motivated, strength, courage, and wisdom, because we need that. And a lot of women suffer in silence when they get diagnosed with breast cancer. A lot of them don't let people know until it's too late. Some people can't accept the fact that they have been diagnosed with breast cancer, so they won't go back. And this is something that we don't talk about.
Right.
This is really not a conversation piece that a lot of people like to have.
No.
And when we say Go Paint 365, that means I am my sister and my brother's keeper, and that we need to make this a conversation piece, because this can save lives. And how I got into it was, I had a family member that was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 36, and looking at her was looking at myself. And if it could happen to her, it could happen to myself. And so I decided, when I saw her going through treatment and being diagnosed, it was a rude awakening for me. So I'm trying to save myself, my family, and everybody else, because I'm a question mark. I could be next, and I cannot ever say that I'm exempt from cancer.
Well, the most interesting thing is that, and to be honest with you, since I've, came out to talk about what I went through, I am shocked at the number of men that have approached me. Hey, and now I know it's like, let me talk to you for a second, or let me ask you a question. And then they're telling me, hey, this is how I'm feeling, or that they're survivors too. And I think the the interesting thing for me is that, and I mean, it was me too. A lot of us suffer in silence. You know, you're going through this thing in which your own mortality is being tested. And many of us, we don't tell nobody because we're afraid of what people might think or whatever, and we don't say anything. But there's survivors all around us. And the fact is, we know in the case of all cancers that early detection means it can be treated. Early detections means that these things can be cured. And so, you know, I wasn't going to do no ripping no runway because I don't still know what that means, whether I'm going to get a hammer and nails, I'm supposed to be ripping up something. I don't know. We're supposed to be setting it on fire. I don't know. But, you know, if it helps, you know, and the fact is, you know, men get breast cancer too. And we all have mamas, we all have wives, we all have girlfriends, we all have sisters, we have nieces. And so, you know, in doing these things, you're also doing it to be able to help someone that you love. And so.
And 1 in 8. 1 in 8.
1 in 8?
1 in 8 women
Wow.
get diagnosed with breast cancer.
Wow.
And, you know, just being honest, you know, we've been down for 2 years due to the pandemic. And within that first year, a lot of doctors' offices were closed.
Right.
So the second year we were playing catch up. So you guys, we are 1.5 years to 2 years behind on healthcare. And then the ones that never go, my God, I really don't know what to say.
Right.
And so, you know, I love the fact that, you know, Buddy Check 3 starts off with a buddy at the 3rd of every month to do a buddy check screening.
And we have to mention Tina Ty Shaw, who, you know, and all the work she's done with this and really bringing this to light in our community. So
she has. She's done a fantastic job.
And Shamika, you just grind. So, and then Eula here, she's healed from lung cancer. She had her surgery on May the 16th. So we are glad. We're giving you love, Eula. We are glad that you're okay. C. Nicole saying shouts out to Mika. Blessings, honey. That's exactly what it says. Shannon McAdams, who puts all this weight on me, she says that I'm going to model. So that's what that is. I'm going to model. Is that what ripping the runway means? Is that what that means?
Mayor Johnson, that is what that means. You will be ripping the runway.
Okay.
You will model. You will.
Well, we're sending out love to Audrey. Her mom lost her battle to breast cancer in 2003. So
wow.
To Audrey. Dana did her mammogram this year. She's telling people to go out and do theirs. You know, I mean, you know, what you don't know could kill you. And so, you know, we want to create. Oh, Tam says I'm doing it in pink. I gotta wear pink.
No, you don't have to wear pink.
Oh,
what we said was we're highlighting breast cancer, but we're standing up against every cancer. So there are going to be several scenes and several designers that are, you know, taking part in this show. Mayor Johnson will be wearing his color, and his color is, you'll see when you come, you know, see him on the runway. So you'll see what he has.
So you know
he's gonna surprise everyone.
So you know, I only wear Gucci, right?
Ooh.
So you know, I only wear Gucci. So you better get my designer to get with me soon. So I'll be right.
You will be right.
All right.
But we need you guys to go ahead on Eventbrite and get your ticket.
I wear Gucci and I wear TJ Maxx.
And you all can see what all of the men will be wearing. It will not just be the men. The men are doing the 50 Shades of Pink. We have a lot of different survivors from around Chatham County that will be inside the show. We have the men in support of the women. We also have men breast cancer survivors that are taking part in the show. And the money raised that the men raise will go to St. Joseph Candler to help out with that truck that you guys always see going around Savannah, giving mammograms and helping women with little to no health care.
Right.
Get mammograms. And that's what we want to do. We want to save each other. We want to help each other. And when you know better, you do better.
Right.
And we want to try to give people access to healthcare, affordable healthcare, and if they don't, ways to get it, different resources. So that's what Mayor Johnson has agreed to do to help out Chatham County.
That's what I agreed to do?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna do it, and let me see. So this is Sunday, October the 30th,
At 4 p.m.
okay?
at the
And-
Savannah Theater.
All right, so then hold on, wait a minute, I'm gonna put this on here. Well, somebody put it on here. And you said I'm supposed to be there, right?
You will be there. Let the folks know that you will be there and you will be ripping the runway. And they
Okay.
have to show up and show out to see what you're going to wear.
Yeah, well, I need to know what I'm gonna wear. So, let me see. So this is Sunday, October 30th, right?
That's correct. Put your link up there. So if anybody would like to support him, you can go on WSAV/GoPaint365 and you can donate to America's favorite mayor, Mayor Johnson.
But
Or
at 4 p.m.
that's correct.
So Savannah Theater, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So I gotta find my
The
link.
link, yeah, please put the link in so that they can get the link. The link was, you already have the link, sir.
I don't have the link. This is somebody else's link. I need my own link.
You have your link, sir, but I'm gonna resend you your link so that you can put it out there.
Yeah, send me my link. So, but while we're doing
This
that,
link is for everybody and who you need to go to if you're on his live, so he wants your support. So please go and support your mayor on this link, and you can donate directly to him on this link. And it'll go towards his Race Royce, and it's going towards St. Joseph Candler to help women with little to no health care.
right. And Rachel says we need more people speaking up. Ivania overcame breast cancer 10 years ago. Yay for you. Linda is a 19-month survivor. Look at her, 19 months. So I'm giving you some love. She said, thanks to early detection and great doctors. B. Michelle did her first colonoscopy at 53 this year. Catherine, hello. Jacqueline had her annual mammogram last week. Everything is fine. Dolores tells me to strike a pose. Now Vogue. And C. Nicole wants to see me rip that runway. I don't know if I'm gonna be ripping any runway. Good to see Barbara Kaufman on as well. Crystal Kaufman just joined, so we got both Kaufman on. The tickets are how much?
Tickets are $40.
The tickets are $40.
Yes.
And I will post this. Regina says she loves this. Tanya says she's 51 and you never had a mammogram. Should she have a mammogram by 51?
Yes, you should have it by age of 45. And if you have if you have a history of breast cancer, they'll start you before. They'll start your checkups before the age of 45.
Okay.
So what you need to do is contact your doctor and be honest about your family history and get to know your family history, mother, auntie, grandmother, and they will treat you accordingly because you need to be tested before then. So don't wait. And if you feel like something is wrong, go and report that you feel like something is wrong.
No, straight up. Tanya, you're 51 and you never had a mammogram. Tanya, this week, I want you to make a call and schedule your mammogram. You hear me, Tanya? This week, I want you to schedule your mammogram. You should have been had your mammogram. Go ahead.
Miss Tanya, if you
I'm giving Tanya some love right now because Tanya needs to get this mammogram done. So
but Miss Tanya, if you do not have health care at this time, please inbox Mayor Johnson and I will send him the resources to help you. And it's, we will make sure that you are able to get a mammogram.
Yeah, we'll help. Yeah, we want you to get that mammogram.
Yeah, we will give you the proper resources so that you can put you in contact with the proper resources so that you are able to get a mammogram, because that's very important. Please, ma'am.
Right, thank you. And Audrey got her scheduled. And hey, Paula, good to see you. Felicia,
And
Tina Taya Shaw is probably working. And so it's not this
Sunday,
this
it's
Sunday,
next Sunday.
right? Low asks, isn't this prostate cancer month? No, prostate cancer month was last month. It was September. You've been suffering since 2012. I hope you're doing all right, Lo. And
Mayor Johnson, please let them know that you have 10 tickets to give away to 10 of your viewers.
I
Let them
do
know that. Yes, you do, sir.
10 free tickets.
Yes, you do. To 10. We're trying to choose 10 survivors, but it's at his discretion.
Well,
Mayor Johnson does have 10
I want
tickets to
10
give away.
survivors. Hey, but look, Keith says that he found a lump in his chest in 2012, and he had a mammogram, and the lump was benign, but he had to have surgery in 2013 to remove it. Keith, thank you for putting that up there. I appreciate that.
Because you can help someone else. Men,
Yeah.
a lot of men don't think that they can get it, and men get breast cancer as well. So thank you for coming forth and being so honest to encourage someone that may be on here suffering in silence and not knowing what to do, or just thinking that it's nothing when really it's something. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I mean that's what we need. And then Erica is like, let me see that walk. I mean, what you talking about? Now, we ain't gonna be all that walking like that. It depends on what the designer does for me. Again, I only wear Gucci, so let me get this right as well. Wait a minute. I'm getting ready to put it on here as soon as I can do it. Let me see. I'm trying to get a link in since she just gave me the link. So I'm trying to get the link done. So I'm trying to put the link in. All right, here we are. But Keith, we appreciate you sharing, man. We really do. All right, we got that. There we go. I just posted it. So they have to find my name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They have to find my name. All right. And then Ann Allen Westbrook says hey to me and says hey to you, Shamika. And
Hello,
Billy says,
and
Billy says only use my link. That's right. Only use my link. Because I got to have rip music. That's right. So when do I need to give you my music selections? I need to have my own music. Shamika, don't play with
me. Mayor Johnson, we'll talk after this.
All right. I need the new Taylor Swift stuff that just dropped at midnight last night. I need to have rip music when I come down the runway.
Here I go.
I'm just telling you. I mean, it's gonna have to be either that or some Biggie. It's gonna have to be something. But I'll discuss that with you. I'll give you all of my needs that I have. I need to have a green room with some turkey wings in it by myself and a masseuse before I come out, okay? So you can go ahead and have you could go ahead and get Shannon to make the turkey wings, okay? She knows just how I like them. All right?
Yes, sir.
And Kendra Roll, the Honorable Kendra Roll from Brunswick says, hey, Shamika. Tanya says she canceled a colonoscopy this week. You're grieving too bad to care. Tanya, I'm going to reach out to you. You're missing your dad. You just lost him. I understand that. So I'm going to reach out to you, Tanya. I need you to be all right. Okay?
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I am. I need you to be okay, though. I really do. I need her to be okay. So
I posted the link and he posted the link to it on Race Royce. And if you guys don't catch it or you forget it, remember you can go on WSAB/GoPink365 and you can donate to America's Favorite Mayor. Remember you can go on WSAB/GoPink.
Yeah, we want to show you some love. Tanya, okay? Hello?
I'm sorry about that.
There we go.
You have my condolences.
Yeah. Let me see. All right, Shamika put it in there too. Okay. All right. And Cynthia, and I knew Cynthia lost her sister colon cancer. She said, don't put it off. She's had 7 colonoscopies since the age of 28. Twice they had to remove polyps. the polyp never got a chance to become cancer because she did this screening. She did it for her. So we appreciate that. And again, we love her sister Angie, and we're sending out love to her about that.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. And Lisa did get her mammogram, and she's good. And she could let me off the hook for the Hello Neighbor Savannah Festival with Savannah State on the same day. No, let me know. I mean, let's see what we could do to get by there. I mean, see, I won't be coming on until like the end because I'm probably one of the featured rippers. And so I might be able to come by there and then I can get into the green room, make sure that, again, my food is right before I get in there, right? We're not talking to Ivy Fair today. Gail says hello.
Well,
And Tiffany says I need to wear the darkest pink they have. And Jasmine, I have a wide variety of taste. Molly says I should go both Taylor and Biggie. Dana says she's a model and she does her little turn on the catwalk. So Debbie says don't let a man on a walker outdo me. I won't. Barbara is joining me in saying to Tanya to get her mammogram, and we're going to follow up with you. January says, wow, they want me to wear color. And we're loving up on Tanya today. She lost her dad. And so I'm sending out some love to her.
365.
Yeah.
And you can donate to America's Favorite Band.
All right, let me see. They said, let me see. Tam says about $40 and $50 tickets. What's the difference?
the 40 is VIP, the 50 is VIP and the 40 is general admission.
Okay, all right, I see. Sending out love, Laura Smith has joined us, and she's saying she forgot. So, I mean, we forgive you for that. But anyway, we need your help. And so if you will post that link a couple of more times, Shamika, before I get off, I want people to support me. I need help. Oh, that's right. Shamika,
I'm here.
I only want green M&Ms in my dressing room, okay? I'll give you a list of all of my requests, okay? All
I
right.
hear you.
All right. Yeah, understand me though.
It sounds good.
All right now, because don't think I won't turn around and roll up out of there if things are not to the way it's supposed to be.
You wouldn't do that to your survivors.
I need the suit to fit me right. So I mean, the Gucci people need to come and they need to come and do that. I need Shannon to have the food right. I need to have the M&Ms right. I have to have the vibe. I have to have Sage all in the room to help get my, all of my stuff together. So Shamika, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And
Thank you
I know
guys.
you're a Friday Night Live.
Remember,
Yeah.
you guys can get your tickets on eventbrite.com. After this is over, he will post the flyer, and you can also donate on Race Royce, and that is down below. And also, if you forget that, you can go on WSAV/GoPink365 and go to Mayor Van Johnson.
That's right.
And make a donation.
Yeah, make a donation. And then Laura said she had a mammogram on the 26th all as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
And let's see. And Joyce's dad passed from stomach cancer in 2016 as well. And Tiffany is talking about salad, fruit, and water. We're not doing that. Lisa says, thank you, Shamika. Lisa Fletcher Runstrom as well.
You're so welcome.
Good
If you have a loved one that has passed for cancer and you would like them remembered at the show, if you would inbox us and we would gladly put them on the screen for the Runway to Heaven scene, because we do have a Runway to Heaven scene. So we will remember people that have passed.
Okay, so why don't you put that in the chat so that in the box so everybody can see it, okay, Shamika?
I will. Or inbox me. If you don't see it, inbox me and I will send you the link below so that you can get that to us.
All right, well, we're saying that we're going pink 365 days a year. We're doing it for all cancers. We don't want another Savannah to die from something that's preventable. We know that early detection brings on early treatment. Early detection brings on early cures. I am a survivor, and that is because I was early detected. Ladies and gentlemen, don't, have a relationship with your doctor. Know what's going on with you. Go ahead, get the test, and it is. So Debbie Williams Walker said she will make a donation just because she loves me, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And so put your information in there. Carolyn has joined us, so we're happy to see her as well. But thank you all so much. I'm gonna put that on here. So I got one more segment to do, but thank you so much, Shamika, okay?
Thank you so much for having me. Be
All
blessed,
right.
everybody.
Thank you.
I know.
All right, so we had Shamika on, y'all, and we like Shamika, so Shamika's all right. We'll let her survive on our thing. We'll let her live. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I've talked about the White House. So that was, busy and exciting, but yet another opportunity to lift up Savannah. Julia Carter has her upcoming mammogram on December the 1st, takes it every year. We thank you. Lydia says that when she was 25, they found 2 large lumps in both breasts. It was not cancerous 40 years ago. And so we are sending you love for that. And yes, Billy, yes. I promised you all this, and I want to thank our great friend, Molly Lieberman, the Young People Whisperer, because I have Pete the Cat. I have Pete the Cat, y'all. So we will talk about Pete the Cat, and I had never heard about Pete the Cat until pre-K week, when every school I went into, these kids wanted to hear about Pete the Cat. And I never knew who Pete the Cat was. Then I found out Pete the Cat had a whole series of books that Pete the Cat is like a freaking superstar. And so Barbara Dolores asked me to read a Pete the Cat book for you. And y'all all were jumping on the bandwagon with her. Oh yeah, go ahead and read it. So I'm going to read Pete the Cat. And I'm glad that Peyton loved Pete the Cat. So before I get to that, Rule asked a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and I will answer it. So 2 things. One deals with lost, and one deals with T-Splost. And I need to explain the difference between them before I explain my position on them. So LOST stands for Local Option Sales Tax. It is the 1 penny that you pay on taxes. It's a sales tax. And the purpose of that is for property tax, or it's for stabilization of tax rates. Okay. And so we do this every 10 years. Every 10 years after the census, the county and the cities within the county have to get together to come up with a way to be able to talk about how these funds are distributed. Now, there are some formulas by which this occurs. And why it's so important is that we're able to keep your tax rates low, your property tax rates low, because we're able to use the money from the sales tax to be able to help stabilize our budget so that we can keep your property tax low. Now, the issue is this, and it's really quite simple. The thing about all sales taxes, is that it's based off of people who buy stuff. So when you buy stuff and you get charged a penny on a penny on a penny, most of it, in Savannah's case, comes from people who don't live here. Why? Because we have 15 million visitors that come to town. So when people say and talk bad about tourists, the tourists help us pay our bills. So when they're coming here and they're spending money and they're eating these extravagant meals, and they're staying in hotels and they're buying all types of things, we like that. Why? Because a portion of the penny that they pay comes back to us to help residents who live here to be able to stabilize our tax rates. Okay, so it helps us. It's a good thing for us. And so every 10 years, the municipalities in Chatham County negotiate with the county. There are 8 municipalities in Chatham County. There's Tybee Island, there's Thunderbolt, Savannah, Garden City, Pooler, Port Wentworth, Bloomingdale, and Vernonburg. And so we all get together and we negotiate with the county to be able to talk about how we divvy up the money for 10 years as it relates to this. Now, I think last time the county might have got 17%. Now, keep in mind, probably 85% of the population of Chatham County lives in a city in Chatham County. So Savannah has well over 50% of the population, but most people who live in Chatham County live in a city. They don't live in an unincorporated county. They live in a city. Much less people live in unincorporated Chatham County, which is like the Landons, which is like Pinpoint, which is like Sandfly, which is like Montgomery, which is like Southbridge, which is like those areas out there. So, but most people, Georgetown is unincorporated as well. And so those are the types of things we talk about. So it makes sense that cities would get a higher percentage of it because A, we have the population, 2, we generate the money. Savannah generates most of it because we have the most hotels, we have the most visitors, we have the most restaurants. And so people spend more money point of sale here in Savannah. So every year we have to kind of get together and kind of work this out. And right now it's not working out all that well. Because, you know, the county right now is getting what, 21% or something like that. And, you know, at one point the county wanted 50%. 50% of what? You don't have 50% of the people. You don't generate 50% of the money. And so, you know, the fact of the matter is that, you know, the loss is stabilization for cities. And the municipal part of counties are covered by counties. And so, you know, the fact of the matter is that why would we take 50% of the money when we have 80% of the population and we're generating 80% of the money? It doesn't make sense. So, you know, the good news is that this is a negotiation process. And so we are working with our friends at the county to be able to try to come up with something. It has to happen by the end of the year. And the fact of the matter is, and I'm just going to be straight with you, if it falls through, we're going to have to raise property taxes from 11 mills to probably 21 mills. We're going to have to raise our property taxes to compensate for that. I mean, you know, and so, you know, we want to be fair. You know, but the fact is that, you know, the county provides services, but we pay for that in county taxes. The people in the city of Savannah pay city and county taxes. The people who live in unincorporated Chatham County just pay county taxes. So here in the city of Savannah, we pay all of the taxes. We pay city, county, school board. And so all I'm saying is that I'm amenable to working with the county, but 50% can't happen. Because there's no legal basis. There are 8 legal tests by which, you know, 8 parameters by which you determine sales tax. And so for me, we passed the municipalities, we're all together. All of us, we're all walking lockstep. We're all together on this. And the fact of the matter is that, you know, we'll work it out. You know, we have a good relationship with Chairman Ellis and Chatham County, but it can't be no 50%. I mean, you know, it just doesn't make sense. And so it needs to be something that's workable for us. And it has to be something that does not raise taxes of city residents who are also county residents. So, you know, we'll continue working, we'll continue pushing through. Again, it's a negotiation. It's a process, and we'll work through it. So we have to the end of the year. We still have a couple of months left to go. We still have some conversations to be had, but we're going to continue to insist that City of Savannah residents who pay the most taxes of anybody in Chatham County get our fair share. And the fact of the matter is that if Chatham County wouldn't survive if it was not for the City of Savannah. You take out the City of Savannah, Chatham County, and all the municipalities together don't have the population that we have. They don't have the point of sale taxes that we have. They don't generate the tax. They don't have the people. And then the City of Savannah provides services for everybody. When we have stuff in our parks and all this stuff, people come from all over the place. And so, the fact is we provide those types of things. When there are things happening in other parts of the county, our police go there, our fire goes there. Under mutual aid, we don't charge nobody. But we do have the best police and the best fire, the largest in the county. And so we go and we help. And so we'll get it worked out. But that's my position on loss. It is a negotiation, and we'll continue to negotiate. Now, TSPLOST is a little different. TSPLOST stands for Transportation Special Local Option Sales Tax. This is another penny that the voters get to vote on to determine whether they want an extra penny to be paid on this stuff so that it will go to transportation. So transportation meaning roads, meaning sidewalks, meaning CAT gets some money out of it for public transportation. And the fact is that we did it before, it failed. I am advocating for it. Because people in Savannah, we have a lot of roads that are traveled on. We have a lot of sidewalks. People say, well, we're not paying for it. Well, you would rather pay for something and have people help you pay for it than you pay for all of it. So, if it passes, then we will have more money to help us to do more stuff quicker. If it doesn't pass, we'll do more stuff quicker, and we don't pay the full cost of it because a good percentage of it visitors pay for. Well, if we don't, then it takes a much longer period of time, and we pay all of it. And so, somebody called and said, "Well, if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. If you don't want to vote for it, don't." But on the other end of it, when we talk about streets, we talk about roads, we talk about sidewalks, we talk about transportation, we talk about connectivity. That's the issue. And so, for me, and Better Savannah, says no TSPLOST, that's their opinion. I have mine. For us, particularly out there in the Highlands, we want to make sure that we expand the Benton Boulevard widening that we did not do because the state wanted us to add truck traffic there. So we want the money to be able to raise to do that. And so this is an opportunity to be able to do that. The Tide to Town is an extraordinary project of connectivity. It connects our city through every district, through a series of trails, of walking and bike trails. Everybody doesn't have cars. And so this is an opportunity to be able to do that. And so, this helps us because we're paying a penny, but you're getting a discount on what you're getting because you have other people paying the bills. And so as long as our tourism industry is thriving and doing really well, then we'll have 30-40% of people paying for our stuff. And so that's the benefit of it. I mean, Better Savannah says, no, don't do it. But then Better Savannah ain't nowhere around when people are complaining about their streets and they're complaining about wanting sidewalks in their community. Nowhere around, nowhere to be found. Or didn't try to criticize because it's not there. So I think that it is a good opportunity. I hope that we will take advantage of it. Every city has some project in there. I know Pula, part of their project is about that I-95 interchange right there at Pula Parkway. And that's a dangerous thing. Let's see. would I agree that people of Chatham County are struggling financially? Well, I mean, of course, people all over the country are struggling. These are rough financial times. But I will tell you on the other end of it, people also, I mean, that's why I think that that's why it's so important to have something like T-Splosh, because if people are struggling, but you can get $1 worth of stuff for paying for 6 cents, I think it makes sense. You know, if somebody's gonna pay 4 cents out of every dollar, you're paying 6, they're paying 4, but you get the benefit of the dollar. That makes sense. That makes sense. And so for financially struggling areas, that sounds like a deal. So has anyone asked the port to contribute to the needed Truman train fix? We're discussing that. And so we are working on it. We are working on it. We are working on it. So Ruel, yes, I mean, I support it because I think, again, you know, the fact is that, you know, things are very, 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 you know, things are hard. And so, you know, why not create a way where we can get things done at less prices than it would cost to get it done otherwise? And so, hey, Stony, my sweetie, she's doing well. I mean, you know, stuff is expensive everywhere. We know, because we've lived long enough to know, that financial times, good times come and good times go. We know for years, and generally it's 7 years. It's interesting, it's like a number of completion. I mean, everything was going like running. I mean, things were doing really, really well. We're going to have bad days. We're going to have bad days. But I also know trouble don't last always. And I know if I could just hold on just a little while longer, as the old folks say, everything will be all right. And so here we are trying to find ways to help make life better for those that live in Chatham County. The T-Splosh is a way to get it done. And so I'm advocating for it. And if the community wants it, that's fine. But on the other end of it, we know what happened in 2013 when we didn't approve it before. Then people are like, well, our streets are all messed up. We don't have the money for it. The only way you get the money from it is through general fund. How do you do general fund? Through taxes. I will tell you, the city of Savannah has been good financial stewards of your money. We have reduced your property taxes to the lowest amount in 35 years, period. So again, we don't want to raise taxes in order to do the things that need to be done, but you know, we'll be all right. So I'm asking you to vote for T-Splosh. I would appreciate it if you do. It gives us more opportunities to do more work. If you don't vote for it, then we'll do the same work. It'll just take longer for it to be done because you won't have the money to be done. The people in the Highlands, since I've represented them, we have been working to try to find ways to expand. It takes them 40 minutes sometimes on school days to get out of the Highlands. That is unacceptable. And this is going to be easily $27, $30 million project. Well, I don't want to raise taxes in order to do that. This helps us get this done. Good to see you, Vanessa. We appreciate that. And I saw my Stony on here. Good to see you, LaMonica. Good to see you. So that's my question. Ruel asked a question, so I answered it. So, I mean, lost, you know, we'll work on it. And T-Splosh, I'm asking for you to vote on it. Now, you know, for me, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I mean, I'm not struggling, but things are a little tight. But I mean, you know, I can't be concerned only about me, because I recognize we have a city where, you know, things are more expensive, everything is more expensive, and it's harder for people to make ends meet. I have to be concerned about those folks. I have to. We know that rent has gone up and the state doesn't give us any means of being able to help them with rent control or rent stabilization. I'm concerned about that. So, I mean, you know, I'm all right. I mean, I have spam in there to eat and Vienna sausage in there to eat. But I gotta be concerned about those who don't have that to be able to eat. So, you know, that's what I'm asking you to do. Well, Lazarus, I talked about that, what we do in terms of that. The issue with bonds is that the interest rate on bonds right now are really, really high. And it probably would not be worth it to bond out anything because it's so high. You know, well, because bonding is a loan. And so it's a loan on the faith of the government, but loans have to be, debt service has to be paid back. So that's why you have to tax us. That's why you have to do the taxes, because you still have to pay back the loan. The loan becomes due, you have to pay it back. So, but anyway, let me go on and talk about what I was supposed to be talking about. But make sure you go out and vote. How many go out and vote? How many hotels did we bond? I don't think the city bonded any hotels. Why would we bond hotels? We don't bond hotels. We have bonded garages that provide spaces for the city. Impact fees, we're working on. We have we just got a report back on impact fees, and you know, we'll get there. I think, you know, what people don't realize about impact fees is that impact fees don't drum up the money that people think they drum up. And oftentimes they can be passed on to end users. So we'll have to be a series of exemptions about that. But I committed to having that done. And so, you know, we'll have it done. We're working on that. So, you know, but anyway, we have to find ways to help people in doing that. So the city of Savannah is doing our part. We're decreasing taxes, but we have to have other ways to generate revenue to pay for everything else that everybody wants. Because everybody wants everything, but you know, nobody really wants to pay for it. And so that's the challenge. But anyway, excited because I want to read Pete the Cat. Y'all have asked for it, and here it is. And so thanks to Molly Lieberman, I have Pete the Cat. And this is called Pete's Big Lunch. All right. I have three of them. Anyway. So Pete the Cat, and I'm reading this to Peyton as well. Here it is. So lunch. It's lunchtime. Pete is ready to eat. Let me see if I turn this light off. Maybe it'll start glaring. All right. Pete is ready to eat. What should Pete eat? A sandwich would be nice. Yes, Pete wants a sandwich. Pete opens up the fridge. He takes out a loaf of bread. He finds a yummy fish. First of all, I got a problem with a cat being in my refrigerator. But anyway, Pete adds tomato and mayo. See? Pete looks at his sandwich. It is too small. Something is missing. Pete knows what it needs. His sandwich needs an apple. Pete loves apples. His sandwich needs crackers. Crackers are crunchy. Pete loves crunchy crackers. Pete looks at his sandwich again. It is still too small. Look at this. That's a mess. Pete is very hungry. Pete like he got an attitude. So Pete adds a pickle. Pete adds cheese. Pete adds an egg, 2 hot dogs, a banana, and a can of beans. Seemed like Pete got gas. Look at this. Something is missing. Pete adds ice cream. He takes 3 huge scoops. Pete's sandwich is too big for Pete to eat. Well, we knew that was going to happen. Pete wonders what to do. Pete thinks and thinks. I got it. And check this out. Pete calls all his friends. Now, where did Pete get his cell phone? Is it Verizon? He calls all his boys. See, Pete's calling all his boys. He asks them to come over. Everyone goes to Pete's house. They are all very hungry. Pete shows them his big lunch. Are you hungry? Says Pete. Pete's sandwich is big enough for everyone. Dig in, says Pete. Pete's sandwich is good. Pete's sandwich is very good. Pete's sandwich is all gone. Pete's friends are full. They like Pete's big lunch. Thanks for lunch, Pete's friends say. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Pete says. Sharing is cool. Now, Pete has a watch on his hand as well. So let's ask some grown-up questions about Pete. First of all, where was Pete's parents or Pete's owners? That's the first question I have. Second question was, where did Pete get a watch from? Thirdly, how did Pete know it was lunchtime? Why was Pete in the refrigerator? How did Pete get a cell phone? And how did all Pete's cat friends get a cell phone? And as much as fish costs, why is Pete have this big piece of fish on this sandwich? And 2 hot dogs and ice cream. And so when your kids come making these big sandwiches, it's because of Pete the cat. The end. So since we have a couple of more minutes, this one is called Pete the Cat, a pet for Pete. Now, this is interesting. How does Pete have a pet? But anyway, we'll go through it. Ready? Here we go. So Pete is going to the pet store, right? This is for Barbara Dolores. Pete is going, let's see. Pete is going to the pet store. He's going to get a pet. Pete wants a bird, a hamster, or a lizard. But then Pete sees a goldfish. That's what I want. He tells his mom. Oh, so Pete does have a mom. Well, Pete's mom is driving the car. Yeah, we gotta talk about all this. Pete's, all right. So Pete's mom gets fish food. I'm gonna call you Goldie, Pete says to his new pet. You are my first pet, Pete tells Goldie on the way home. Pete takes Goldie to his room. So he has a room. He feeds her fish food. Now what? Asked Pete. Now, mind you, Pete just put the fish on the sandwich he ate with his friends. See, reasoning. He can't play with Goldie. He can't swim with her, but Pete knows what he can do. Pete paints a picture of Goldie. He paints 4 fins and an orange tail. What a pretty painting, says Pete's mom. You can keep it, says Pete. See? Cool painting, says Bob. Can you make one for me? Sure, says Pete. So I guess Bob is a cat too. Pete paints a picture for Bob. Wow, says Bob. It looks just like Goldie. Bob shows Pete's painting to his friend Tom. Now, Tom wants a painting too. Pete paints another picture of Goldie to take to school for show and tell. So now this cat goes to school. This is Goldie, my pet fish, Pete tells his class. Cute fish, cool colors, nice work. I wish I had a picture of Goldie, said Biddy. I'll make you one, says Pete. Everyone in Pete's class wants a painting of Goldie. Everybody wants one. Now, Pete's grandma wants a painting too. So Pete has a lot to do. He has to feed Goldie. He has to do his homework. Pete paints and paints. He makes paintings for everyone on his list. That means Pete can write. At last, Pete is done. He worked hard, and there is no more paint left. Pete's paintings are a big hit. Pete is happy to be done. But Pete is not done. Now everyone in town wants a painting of Goldie. Pete gets more paint. So where did Pete get the money for the paint? I don't know what to do, he says to his mom. I wish I could paint pictures for everyone. I just don't have time. Pete's mom has an idea. She tells it to Pete. Great idea, says Pete. Why don't Pete just go like to Kinko's and make copies of it? But anyway, Pete gets right to it. This time, he works outside and makes a huge painting. Honk, honk, beep, beep. Here comes Pete. He has made one painting of Goldie for everyone in town to enjoy. What a great day. When he gets home, he tells Goldie, the real Goldie, all about it. The end. There we go. So you got 2 Pete the Cats. And so Pete, first of all, Pete has a mama that drives a car. Pete has money to go buy a fish. This cat is not trying to eat this fish. Pete has money to buy paint. Pete is painting. Pete goes to school. He has friends that talk. And Pete has a house. And Pete has a grandmama. And Pete put a painting in the middle of the story, in the middle of a city without going through the Metropolitan Planning Commission and the Sites and Monuments Commission, having public hearings about whether this picture of this fish should go here. I'm just saying, you know, that is, I've grown up looking at, it's great to be a child. It's great, it's great, it's great. And yes, Tabitha, I remember green eggs and ham. I will not eat them, Sam I am, but I did eat green eggs and ham. My mom made me green eggs and ham. And it was good. So Alicia says that that's the new school Cat in the Hat. So yeah, so we're appreciating it. We appreciate it, you know, but we know, and I said all this is because it's important to read to kids. It's important to read to kids. And so if you have children, or if you have grandchildren, take the time to read to them. The more they hear, the more stories they hear, the more words their vocabulary grows to, the better they are at learning to read. And then when they get in the third grade, they transition from learning to read to reading to learn. And so this is a great series. Like I said, I didn't know Pete was living as large as he is. But you know, I didn't read Pete the cat's train trip. So Pete's gone on a train trip. But read to your kids. It's all, I mean, I got these books. This is relatively cheap. This book right here is like $3.99. So Pete the cat is like large. He's like Taylor Swift in the cat world. So Pete is doing a whole bunch of things. So show some love, read to children, and that's what it's all about. So thank you all so much. Love being with you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And again, we're Savannah Strong. You know, we have hard times, but we know hard times don't last. We know that tough times don't last. We know that tough people do, and we are tough people. And so I want to make sure that you have a fruitful weekend. Make sure it's a safe weekend. Know that I appreciate you, and there's nothing you could do about it. Keep on being Savannah Strong. God bless and good night.